welcome to Time for Tea Designs. We are hopefully live. I don't know how long for because my camera is still being a bit weird, so do bear with me. That's why we're a little bit later, because let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, because we're still having a few technical difficulties. While everyone joins us, I will just update you on, if you didn't join me last week, then you won't know that we did have a few technical difficulties because we kept losing the camera picture, just kept freezing and disconnecting itself from the stream weirdly, and I think it's something to do with my battery in my camera. So we managed to limp our way through the live last week. However, my new battery hasn't arrived and won't be coming until next week. So we are hoping, fingers crossed, we've got picture at the moment and that seems to be working at the moment, but while I've been setting up, it has lost connection 3 times in the last 3 hours. So that may happen again. If it does, if things freeze, normally you can still hear me, so I'll just have to reconnect the picture and see how we get on. But I do have a fun little project to do with you today. It'll be quite a quick project because I'm not sure how long we're going to have picture for, but you know, we will do what we can. And then it is the last one before Crafting Live next weekend, so I didn't want to miss it. I wanted to make sure we did something, but like I say, we may not be able to do it for too long because I don't know how long my camera's going to last. So today's project, let's have a look at what we've got here. So if you were following last week, you will know that I said we were on crafting, on Hobby Maker this week. So on Monday, was it? Oh, it feels a long time ago now. It was Monday. It was definitely Monday. We were on Hobby Maker, and I took the Squeeze the Day and the Fruitful Friends sets. My brain's gone. The Fruitful Friends set with me, and they went down so well there, and I so enjoyed making the samples. The samples were so much fun. I have actually taken them back to HQ, otherwise I would share them with you. But as always with live TV, I never get to make all of the things that I've got planned because it goes so quickly, and there is always, you know, so much to talk about, and by the time you've done all of that waffling on and chatting away, then you've run out of time, and you've only been able to make, you know, a couple of samples, a couple of demos, and you're off. So I did have a little bit of time though at the end of this show. It was only a small amount of time because well, like I say, we had got done so much. I'm just going to get the Facebook page up just to make sure that we are all you can see me and everybody knows that we're here. Let's have a look. Here we go. And I hope everyone's well. How is everyone today? Do say hello if you're around. It looks like we're on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just turn my noise down. I can see the picture, but now I can't hear myself, which is good. So how is everyone this evening? I know it's Friday again, which is amazing, and we have got a big event here in the UK tomorrow. England are still in the Euros, just about. And yesterday was a massive day, both in the US for it being the 4th of July, but also a massive day for us as it was our general election day. So it's a whole new world today, although we don't feel anything different yet. I don't feel any different. I don't know about you guys. So let's make a cute card. So I did have a bit of time left, like I say, at the end of the show, and I started making a sample up. I did a little bit of colouring in, but I'd got all these little bits here ready to make up another card, and I did have a little idea in my little brain, of a card that I wanted to make, and I never got a chance to make it, so I thought, let's make it now. And I do have a really good theme for making a card as well today, because my I guess she's my mum-in-law, my mother-in-law, although she's not really my mother-in-law, because we're not married, as we keep reminding Ant, much to his dismay. But she got herself a new job this week, which is so cool. So I thought it would be really nice to make her a little congratulations card, and I thought the set of Squeeze the Day, although you know we could use the Fruitful Friends as well, because we can mix and match the images in these two sets, would be perfect, because I can put You're Simply the Zest. So I'm going to grab a congratulations from a different set. So this is where we're going to combine some sets together to make the sentiment of card that we really want. I'm also going to use the diagonal stripes cover die, because I've already got some bits already cut out, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the white here. So I've already die cut this in white, but I think I'm going to ink this up into a different colour, and then I've also got the inserts from when I've die cut these two pieces. So again, this is a really great way for you to use up your stash of die cuts. So I've got all of the little pieces in here, and I've even got that little tiny corner piece that I cannot believe that I actually managed to save that little piece. I think I've only got it in the pink, so I'm gonna have to start with pink in that corner, aren't I? So we go pink in that corner, which means I need the orange in this corner, then a pink in this one. So which one's that one? Is that one? Pink in there, orange in here, so that will be that one. Oh, look at that. So we've now got a nice little colourful stripage going on here, and then finally I need this one. Love that. So I could stick with the white, but I did think about doing this in a zesty green. So I thought that would be quite cool, and we get a little bit of colour going on the back there. We can build up our layers, and then we can add our characters. I'm going to hold on to all of these. I realise I don't have the little tiny bit of the orange, but you know what I could do? If push came to absolute shove, I could cut a tiny little piece myself to fit in that, because I think that's worth building in another set. You could also cut it out of white again and do a white, pink and orange stripe against one of these backdrops. So this diagonal set, actually the 5 windows die was the most popular on the show on Monday. It was super popular. We had loads of people pick that up and pop that in the baskets. A few people picked up the diagonal, but not as many as I expected. I thought this would be far more popular because I do think this is such a great background. But the 5 windows die was the most popular on the day. But again, I can see why that was so popular because it is awesome. So I am going to start by doing my ink blending and building up my base, I think. This is also a great little card design. I'm just going to pop all of those onto there. This is also a great card design for doing a shaker card. And I don't think I've got any shaker bits. I feel like I have frozen. So I have frozen, so bear with me, guys. Just going to unfreeze myself. Let's have a look here. Let's bear with me while we just get this back connected, because it's deciding to oh dear, it's this is where we did have a bit of an issue previously, so please bear with. I can never decide if it's the cable or the actual battery that seems to be at fault. So we do have a little bit of a playing around to do, so I do apologize that this is why I said we're probably better off doing a slightly quicker version today. So let's see if we can there we go. Can you see that now? Hopefully that's you can see us. And let's get some ink blending done while we've still got the picture. So what a nightmare. Hello Annalisa, how are you? You can see we are still having some technical issues here today, but we are powering through. So let's get our twisted citron brush at the ready. I'm going to have a little drink of tea. As you can see already, Annalisa, the tech is not on our side. It has it has already started playing up, but I'm going to persevere. I've got a plan. I did work out last week how to get things connected. So as long as I'm going to pop this on here, because this silicone mat is great, because when I pop my ink on there, it stays put rather than sliding around on my mat. You see, I don't even have to hold it. I think I only hold it out of habit, really, because I actually don't need to hold on to it at all. So Ant has just had to nip out as well, because our car has been in for some work, and yeah, we've been waiting all day to hear about it, and then they've just called to say it's ready to pick up, and obviously I'm on the live now and I can't take him to pick it up, so now he's got a very long walk to go to the garage now. Bless him. So I'm a bit frustrated that I haven't been able to help him with that. But we couldn't foresee when they were going to call. I might have known really that it was going to be as soon as we went on the live. But I don't even know if they've managed to fix it, just that we've got to go pick it up, so we'll see. Now that is an absolutely glorious colour that we've got there. I'm absolutely loving that. That is so pretty. So we've got a few people joining us. Annalisa is saying she spoke too soon, and she's wanting to buy the new Distress Spritz. I can't even say this. Spritz sprays. Why do they have to keep making new things that I need? Hopefully it's a cool walk. It's almost 40 degrees. Oh my goodness. It is definitely cooler than that here in the UK, Annalisa, 100%. But it's quite a nice evening. I was hoping that we could walk into our little village centre later on, but he might not be feeling like it after he's had a bit of a trek to go on. It's at least the bit that he's going on, mind you, there is a bit of an uphill. You kind of go uphill to go really downhill, so he doesn't have the steep uphill, but it is a bit of a climb part of the way. But he'll be getting his steps in, but maybe he won't feel like going for another walk later. Once he's walked all that way, he might be ready to just have a little sit for a bit. Because yeah, it's going to be a bit of a trek for him, bless him. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I was considering whether I put a little bit more colour into it, a bit of the mowed lawn to green it up a bit, but I quite like that. And I was also just going to have a little look, see if I've got any sequiny bits that might fit into a shaker card. But I think they're all a little bit too much on the large side. I needed some smaller bits. I've got these gorgeous little sequins here which do look really pretty, but I think they are going to be too big, so I'm not going to interfere with that. We're just going to keep it simple because, like I say, I don't know how long we're going to be able to stay here for, but we can add some of our lovely enamel dots. Our enamel dots always so popular when we go on TV. Oh my goodness, so many people popping them in the baskets. It's crazy. The people do love those. So what I wanted to ask was, while we're all here, is who's going to Crafting Live? Is there anybody going to Crafting Live in Doncaster this next weekend? Because that's the reason why I won't be doing a live next week, is because we will be at Crafting Live and I cannot wait. I've got so many things planned. Goodness only knows when we're going to have time to put all of this stuff together. I'm going to be spending all week next week planning, prepping, designing, getting posters and banners and all kinds of things ready for it. It's going to be huge. We're going to have so many different offers and bundles and packages, and we're going to have prizes and all kinds of things going on, and demos as well. I'll be demoing all weekend as always, so I need to get some bits planned and prepped for that as well. Although I am considering I might take my larger die cutting machine with me this time, because I never normally take that, but because I don't have a lot of room, but I have got a bigger table to take this time, so I might take advantage of that by taking my big daddy die cutting machine, and then we can do some demos of some of our larger dies as well. But yeah, I like to be prepped. I like to have plenty of stuff prepped so that I can show people lots of fun things and take lots of videos while we're there, and yeah, we can get lots of good stuff. But it takes so much planning, so much preparation is involved. So like I say, I think I'm going to be at it for quite a bit of time next week. And then there's always something that you think, oh goodness, I've forgotten that. Thankfully, this is only in Doncaster, so if we did forget something that was majorly important, we would be able to come back for it. But ideally, we don't want to have to do that, because we are actually going to stay over this time in Doncaster, which we haven't done before. but we're going with Ant's friend Ash, and normally we let him stop over here because obviously he lives the other side of Sheffield, and it's a bit of a pain, you know, for him trying to get across to us, for us all to go together in the van and all of that nonsense. So we thought, do you know what, let's just get book. I think it's like a hotel apartment. It's not an Airbnb. I don't want to say it's an Airbnb because it's not actually an Airbnb, but it is a similar sort of thing where it's an apartment that sleeps up to 4 people. Thought I'd lost my little bit there, but I didn't. So we're all good. So now I'm going to just add, now I've popped the front on, I'm going to add some glue into these little channels here. I don't know why my glue's being a bit weird. You don't need to put loads in because you don't want it all squishing, you know, and oozing out, but you do need enough in there so that it's you've got all of the bits covered, so it's not going to fall out. But they are quite a nice snug fit. So I've got my quick sticks tool, and this is really handy for just poking things in instead of using your fingernails. You can just use the end of the tool to just make sure that's in place. And then I just like to do a couple at a time because I don't want my glue to fully dry out before I get a chance to pop it in place. If it's too dry, then I don't really get any wiggle room, and you know we all like a little bit of wiggle room, because if you don't quite get it positioned perfectly first time, that wiggle room is a real help. That's why I prefer liquid glue to my to the tape runner, because you know once you've put that down, then it's down. So so let's pop that into place there. This is such a cute colour combination. This is giving me summer zesty feels, and I don't know if any of you guys follow anybody who does like nail art and things. If you've seen them pop up on your social media feeds, there's a real big trend now for kind of lemons and fruit themed nails, very summer vibes, which is very much my cup of tea. As you can see, I've got little cherries on mine. Oh, we've gone frozen again. Sorry guys, you've missed me doing all of that, haven't you? Because we've frozen. Bear with. I was too busy concentrating on what I was doing, and I didn't realise that I'd lost you guys. So bear with me one moment. We will get this back up and running presently, hopefully. Here we go. Lovely. 1 minute. Let's just, there we go. So we should be back up and running now. There we go. You can see me now. Oh good. So you can see I've already put some of these guys down here. So I'll show you with the next one how I did that, because you weren't able to see any of that. I'm so sorry. So I'm using, like I say, my liquid glue, and I'm popping some of that into the well there, and then we'll get all 4. We'll go all out and get all 4 of these done. So I'm using my quick sticks tool, as I mentioned, which you didn't see me use before, and I can just use this to push into space. And because we have still got a little bit of wiggle room, because that glue is still a bit wet, then we're able to pop that into place really easily. The same with this one, and you know, poking them into place is you know, part of the process because they are cut exactly from this space. So you are going to have to manipulate them into place a little bit. But like I say, having that liquid glue there is really helpful for that process. So we've got that one in place there. I think that is just about in place, and this makes sure that it's nice and secure. And then pop this one in place also, and then the final little one, let's make sure we get this the right way around. I can use the other end of my quick sticks tool, just flicked the lid away, to pick that up and pop that into place. And then I'll just flip that around so that we can just give that a little nudge into place. And there was a little bit too much glue in there, but that will dry clear, so I'm not too concerned about that. So let's just knock off any excess bits of die cut that we've got there, and there we have it. I'm going to wipe that clean as well. Got glue on my fingers now. So yeah, I'm sorry guys if you know, you lost me there. It was a bit of a nightmare, but we are back. So now I've got some of my images already die cut here. So I think this is where the fun begins, because we get to choose which of our images that we can use, and we can mix and match these together. And I have got some, as you can see, that I haven't fully coloured, so I'll colour those in while we're here, just so that you can see how I did that. It was quite nice on this on the show this time, on the TV, because I was able to do a bit of colouring that I don't normally get a chance to do. So I really enjoyed that, because I think that's an important thing. People don't always, you know, I guess people who are watching me for the first time might not realise, you know, how easy it can be to colour in some of these images and how much fun it can be. So I love to be able to share that. So I have got in here a bit of an orange that we did. And where's the guy that was half coloured in? So we've got a little mouse with a strawberry there that's half coloured in. And then I've got the little rabbit with the watermelon there. But I want simply the zest sentiment, and I think I am going to do that. I'm going to heat emboss that. And then in here we've got all of these lovely zesty colours that we've already die cut. So we've got, oh, how cute is that? And I think the pop of pink in the background does really just add something, doesn't it? And then we've got these guys here. We've got a lime and another lemon. Squeeze the day. You're my main squeeze. And then we've got a little rabbit in there. So this guy is really cute. Now I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to turn it so that it's landscape. And I think I'm going to add these bits along the bottom here. Potentially, I'm not sure. I might go with more of an internal piece like this. That's quite cute, isn't it? What if we get him sat there? That's quite cute. And obviously we can use these other little pieces as well. I love just layering them all up. I think that's what looks really cute. Let me try turning him this way, and instead of having him right in the bottom corner, I might have him a bit more central, like so, with the lime there and then we could have, like I say, layer up another little little piece of orange just there somehow, she says. Oh, that's cute. And then the sentiment is going to be there roughly. I think that looks really cute. I love that. So my thought process is I was going to have like a congratulations situation. So we don't really have, we do have a small congratulations as part of the one of the wedding sets. But I did wonder whether we did a congrats. Let me think. Let me think with my head. Let's have a look what we got in here. We definitely need a little congrats. I'm sure we've got a congrats sentiment. Let me have a look in here. We've definitely got some alpha dies which we could use. That is a certain. We've got celebrate. I thought we'd got a congratulations, but I think we've just got celebrate. Let's have a look. Let's see what else have I got in my little stash here. I am still here. I'm just flicking through all of my die sets because we have got lots of them now. Lots of lovely dies. So many to choose from, as always. Can you believe we don't have a congrats die? I am so shocked by my own slackness there. Let's have a look in here. We've got a thank you, we've got a hugs, we've got a let's party, hello sunshine. Oh, hello sunshine would go so well with this set, wouldn't it? Paper hugs. Hello. You are awesome would also go very well. We've got lots of luck, big birthday wishes. But yeah, we don't have an actual congratulations. So what I'm thinking of doing here, let's have a little spinneroo. Have a frozen again. Frozen again. This is quite tiresome, isn't it? So again, we may have to go for the quick version of this because it is quite painful having to go through this process all the time, isn't it? But bear with me, everyone. It's not ideal, is it? I agree. So let's hope that this is us back in the room. Here we go. Right, so here we go. So my thought process was potentially now my new thought process is that we cut out some of these little alpha dies, can't speak, and we do congrats. And I like doing them a little bit wiggly, you know, a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Congrats, because we're not going to fit them all on otherwise. congrats. So if we did, you know, did them overlapping a little bit of a bit of an overlap situation, we can get those all on, no problem. So congrats, if we did them like so, and then we have our little guy here, and we have our little few little bits of whatnots along there, or we'd use this to just build up our little scene, and then we have the sentiment, you're simply the zest. I think that's going to look cute, so I think we run with that, because I think that's going to look really cool. So let's pop them out of the way, let's move these little chaps out of the way, and I think if we can manage to build this up, I think I'm going to be very happy, a very happy little bunny, if we manage to get this to work, and the video keep running. So for my lettering, I am thinking of what colour shall we go with, because we've got quite a few colours going on. I don't want to you know, add too many new colours, and I'm wondering whether maybe a brighter green would look quite nice. That might stand out quite nicely. I've got a few little offcuts here, and the other option would of course be a blue. Now that would make it very bright. I don't want to use these two again because I feel like that's going to blend too much into the background, but maybe the green would look really nice. Maybe a bit of green and blue would be nice. So might be a bit too much colour, so let's go with the green. So I'm going to need my trusty little die cutting machine here, and I've got my my plates, and I'm going to fit, I should be able to fit a fair few of these on here at the same time if we position them carefully. Oh, I don't even need that extra one. These should fit on beautifully. Now what I might be tempted to do here, which is a nice little trick, is cut these out either several times from the same colour, or you think black. Well, I'm going to do the sentiment in black, but I'm going to stick these together. And then I might cut them out of some more of the same colour, so then I can build up the dimension without having to put any like sticky tape on the back. So essentially creating my own little chipboard letters, which is quite cool, isn't it? So we'll try and get those to stay in place. And I might, you could also cut them from foam as well, which would be quite cool. So if we take that up, and the S, then I've got one lot of congrats there, and then let's do another. This is quite thin cardstock, so what I might be tempted to do is put a thicker piece of cardstock in the middle, and that will help again, like I say, bulk it up. Oh, we've frozen again, haven't we? Right, bear with. Let's get us back up and running. 1 second. I don't know why it keeps losing connection. It's really, really odd, because it's all still working. It's just very strange. I am not able to figure it out. And like I say, I'm just hoping it's a battery issue rather than a mechanical issue, because obviously a battery I can fix, or well, not so much fix, but I can replace, can't I? Right, so that's I'm not sure which one's which now. There we go. There we go, we're back. So I've cut another one of these. So again, I'm just going to remove my washi tape. Now they've stayed in place, so that's annoying. And a couple of these have stayed in place. But if I remove the rest, we've got some more of our letters there. And I just need to poke these ones out. So all of the dies have got like these little holes that allow you to just poke them free. So if they do get stuck, it's no bother, because you can just poke them free. This has got a little bit on the inside of the A there, which we just need to poke out, because if you don't poke those bits out, it will affect the die cut that you do the second, you know, when you pop it through again, it will affect that. So let's give that a little encouragement to come out. Fabulous. So like I said, I think I might use a slightly darker, slightly thicker piece of cardstock. So let's see if we've got some nice thick scraps of white, maybe. Yeah, that's quite a nice thick piece. So we'll use that. Might even use a couple of those. Don't know if I've made that wide enough now. Probably not. Nope, not quite. There we go. Pop that one on there. And let's see, can we fit that one on as well? Yes, we can. Lovely. There we go. I've just not got an S. But we can fit that on next time. So we'll make like a little bit of a sandwich with all of these letters, which is going to be cute. Little letter sandwich. There we go. And put that one off there as well. So we've got a little bit in the centre of the R there. We'll take that off. And then I don't think I need to do, I think I'm just going to stick with the 3 layers. I think that will be enough. So I'll just pop the S through. Pop that under there. So let's pop these back on here. These are absolutely not in alphabetical order. Don't ask me why. I'm presuming it's because that's how they fit better. But it's a bit random. And I like to make sure that everything is put back so that I am not going to be losing any of these lovely little dies, because that's the last thing you want, isn't it, to be losing any of those guys. You don't want one letter short of a full alphabet, that's for certain. So we'll put those back in there. If you were coming to Crafting Live then in Doncaster, what would you guys have on your list of things to purchase? Not just from Time for Tea, would you have a big long list of you know, other brands that you would be wanting to purchase from? I know when you know, we've been to them in the past, people have brought suitcases ready to fill with all the goodies that they buy, and come for the full weekend and take part in all of the make and takes that there are. There are different demos and opportunities to win things, and obviously different stores have got different offers on that are show only, so it's really, really good. It's such a fabulous weekend, and like I say, people come for the full weekend and they have a long list of things that they're looking for, and looking for a you know, they might be looking for a particular die that they've not been able to get their hands on, or a particular set of stamps or theme of stamps that they're looking for, or they might be thinking of starting a particular craft. We've had a number of people over the years who have been new crafters, just looking for inspiration, and looking for help where to get started, because they're interested in craft but don't really know where to begin. So that's really nice when you're talking to new crafters and giving them some help and advice. So love to meet any of our you know, crafty friends, whether they follow us all the time or whether they're new to crafting, new to Time for Tea, because again, we think, well, most people know about us now. We've been on TV, we've been around for 6 years, everybody knows us, but actually they don't, weirdly, surprisingly, that we still meet people who've never heard of us. And we also get to meet up with obviously other craft brands that we've known on the circuit for many years, and see what they're up to and what new things they've got. I always end up buying something from my friend Debbie at Dies to Die For. Those of you that love American brands in this country, in the UK, will know that there are a couple of stockists of the best brands. So you've got 7 Hills Craft, who are based in Sheffield, where I'm from, and Debbie, who runs Dies to Die For, and they are kind of your go-to places. We do have my friend at My Perfect Stamp as well. They sell some American brands, probably more not typically the kind of sort of style that Debbie does at Dies to Die For. So Emma is trying to think some of the brands that she might do, like Concord and Ninth maybe. She does some of the sassy brands, which I can't remember the name of now, rather than kind of your MFT and so forth, your Lawn Fawn and those kind of brands. She does, that's kind of where Debbie and 7 Hills niche is. So Debbie has previously taken some of our brushes to different shows, but Debbie and the lady, I don't know the lady from 7 Hills, which I find really surprising because we're both from Sheffield. which you know, it's very odd. I have reached out to her a couple of times, you know, just to say hello, we're both in Sheffield, we both love craft, we both love the same kind of craft, we should definitely talk. But that's as far as it's got, unfortunately. Have I put that one on upside down? Feel like I've put that one on upside down. I don't know if anyone will be able to tell, so I'm just going to go with that. Apologies if that is on upside down. It definitely is upside down, but I cannot get it off now, so we're gonna roll with it. I'm pretty sure that Ant's mum will not mind. So yeah, I will definitely be looking for crafty goodies, because I am a crafter just like you guys, and I always buy there's always a set that is I've got my eye on, that is really popular, that I've been looking at for a while and thinking, shall I, shan't I, shall I, shan't I, and I buy them just to have them, because I never ever get chance to stamp with anything other than Time for Tea. And to be honest with you, I don't really want to, because I love my Time for Tea stamps. They have been designed by me because I wanted to craft with those particular things. So why would I buy anything else, really? So yeah, so I'm a bit of a craft hoarder, is what I would say. So I've now got my sentiment, and I am loving this colour scheme. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is going to look so zesty, which is what we were going for, isn't it? We were going for zesty. So I'm not going to use the Squeeze the Day, because we want simply the zest. I've frozen again. Heavens. Annalisa, thank you for keeping an eye on Frozen Watch. It's so annoying, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Here we go. Need to be a bit quicker at realising that I've frozen, don't I? I'm not on it fast enough. Here we go. And I keep doing that, which is getting to be annoying. There we go. And move that across, and we should be back in business. Yay! So here we have our congrats. Now I'm going to do a bit of heat embossing now. So I need a little bit of black. Do I have a bit of black cardstock? Thought I had a spare bit of black there knocking about. I have loads of black bits of you know, little scraps, so there would definitely be one somewhere, so bear with. Where are my black bits of scrap card? Here we go. So I've got my little stash here. I don't need loads, I only need a little piece, because it's only a little sentiment, so we'll use that. And I'm going to use my anti-static powder, particularly when it's black. I like to use a fair bit of the anti-static, because just tap off any excess there, but I do like to use a fair bit of it, because it is so liable to pick up bits of extra bits of the powder. That was the word I was looking for. So, Squeeze the Day. You're simply the zest. Let's get this sentiment out. Oh, I can't believe we've frozen so many times. I really hope that my solution works. Also, got a little bit of a headache now, everyone. I don't know why. So, pop that on there. You're my main squeeze. Why have I gone for You're My Main Squeeze? That actually wasn't what I wanted to do, was it? Why have I gone with that one? But you know what? I'm going to I'm going to use it, because waste not, want not, isn't it? We don't waste it, do we? So I'm going to get another bit of cardstock here. I need a bit bigger than that. Bigger than that, but smaller than that. That one's perfect. So many little pieces here, look. So I'm going to get some powder on this before it dries, because it does stay wet longer, but it doesn't stay wet for forever. So let's just chuck some of that on there. Give that a little bit of a tap off. That's lovely. So pop that to one side. So you see, that was just not concentrating. I've definitely been losing a few brain cells lately. My latest adventure, I'll tell you about. This is a confession. Definitely a confession. I think I should be able to use this piece here. This is a nice little scrappy piece. Of a silly thing that I did this week, which is one of the reasons why Aunt's very stressed about the cars at the moment, bless her. Our car was due to have work done on it anyway, because it's an old car and it's failed its MOT. We knew it was going to. It was one of those things. It's just got a bit old and a bit in need of some work, as they do. What was I looking for then? I was looking for my little chamois to clean my stamp. So it was due in the garage anyway. That was by the by. But I got home from packing all of the orders that we had this week from Hobby Maker, and I was exhausted because it had taken me hours. There were so many orders, so many different selections to think about, and just lots and lots to think about. And so I was really super tired, and I hadn't eaten all day because I was just on a mission to power through and just do what needed to be done, as you do sometimes. And yeah, I'd forgotten to eat. So I got in and I was just like, oh, thank goodness I'm home. I'm home now. I can have a little bit of a rest, have an early night. I think Aunt and I both went to bed super early. We were asleep within seconds of getting in. It was that kind of a day. But what I'd not realised I'd done is that I'd actually left the key for the car in the car, but also with the electrics turned on. So not only had I left the car, unsafe, I'd also left it so that the electrics were switched on. So by the time we got up in the morning, the battery was completely dead. What a silly thing to do. Aunt was absolutely fuming. I was fuming with myself. Aunt had already left for work at this point, so because I had no idea what to do, how to fix it. All I knew was I needed to get to work, so I had to get a taxi into the salon. Sorry, we'll just do this first, shall we, so that you can hear what I'm saying. So we've stamped the correct sentiment this time, which is cool. And then I'm also going to heat set the incorrect sentiment, because why not? We'll use it, won't we, at some point? I know that we will. Lovely. There we go. So yes, so as I was saying, I foolishly had left it unlocked all night. Have we frozen again? Yes, we have. Bear with. And there we go. One momento, everyone, while we get back up and running again. This is so terrible, isn't it? I do apologise. Right, so yes, so to my story. we then had to arrange for, obviously for, thankfully one of our neighbours has got a battery charging device, whatever one of those things are. And we managed to get it charged up and gave it a run out, but it was really late when he was able to do that. So we had another late night last night. So we're both feeling tired again today because of that. We've had another busy day this morning because we've had to go and do various jobs and obviously take the car to the garage anyway. And now Aunt's having to walk a million miles to go and pick it up. So, yeah, I'm currently in the bad books with the car situation, I have to say. Because, yeah, I should be really, shouldn't I? Because that was a very silly thing to do. But these are the things that happen when you're so tired that you can't even think straight. So it's not ideal, is it? And next week we are going to be super busy again because we're preparing for Crafting Live. We've then got an event at our salon the week after. Is it the week after? Or no, it's 2 weeks after, I hope. Oh, I do hope so, because it's Tramlines in Sheffield, which is a big festival in Sheffield. It's become huge actually over the years. It used to be in the centre of Sheffield, then it's moved to Hillsborough, which is where our salon is based, which is near the Sheffield Wednesday ground. So those of you that may not know Sheffield but might know football, it is near where the Sheffield Wednesday ground is in Hillsborough. That's also where, like I say, where our salon is. So because we're in kind of the catchment zone for anybody who might be visiting Tramlines, we're going to try and kind of maximise that as an opportunity, get people to come into the salon, and then people will hopefully realise, oh, there's a salon here that I didn't know about. Let's find out some more. So that's going to be a huge event. We're going to have DJ and prizes and drinks and hair braiding and glitter makeup and all of the lovely festival things that you might imagine, all going on. And that is going to be such a busy day. Hopefully it's going to be loads of fun, but it is going to be busy for definite. So you're my main squeeze. That's cute. We'll keep that for later. And then pop that back in there. And then we've got the sentiment that we actually wanted. We now have. So pop that out. Yes, that looks so cool. A little pop of that black against the bright colours that we've got going on is just going to set that off beautifully. So, shall we put this together before we, before we lose any more of the feed? Right, so let's I want to line up my sentiment pretty much first, but I need to know where my little mouse is going to be. So I'm going to say congrats is going to go, and like I say, I think when you're doing sentiments like this, when you're kind of building your own this way, it's better to make them a bit higgledy-piggledy, because if you make them higgledy-piggledy, for one, it looks cuter, I think. It just looks a little bit more interesting for it to be a bit higgledy-piggledy. But it also means that you don't have to worry about it not being super straight. And Lisa says, we're always so busy, and hopefully after the salon event you can take a mini break. Absolutely, that is the plan, Annalisa. That is absolutely the plan. So I'm going to start with the outer letters first, and then we've got 3, if you like, that go in between. So let's start with so if we know that we've got the first letter and the last letter in place, what that means then is that you're not going to run out of room. So because what you don't want to do is just start at the beginning, which is a very good place to start as the song goes, but if you do, what tends to happen is that you don't adequately space, and then you end up with not enough room for all of your word. So if we put in the centre ones first, which are the R and the G, we know, and again I'm just going to do them a little bit higgledy-piggledy, we know we've got room for everything else. Let's do the O and the N now. So because we've added a little bit of dimension as well, they do just stand up a little bit on their own, which is cute. So congrats, make that nice and wonky. And I'm just kind of varying which way they tip, how high they go, how low they go. Just makes it a little, like I say, just a little bit more interesting on the eye than if it was just in your regular straight line. Cute. So we've now got our congrats in place. So we now need to get some of this kind of sorted out. I like that lemon. I feel like that lime, sorry, I think I want that at the front, but really this guy needs to be at the front. So what we're going to do, how we're going to work it, we could have that right at the front actually, couldn't we? We could have this kind of in the background there, and then let's have a look at these guys here. We're going to have your Simply the Zest. It's going to sit on there. And then maybe those are going to sit like that. That's, yes, I like that. So, to get this lined up in the right place, we need some of this to kind of almost stay where it is. So I can pop a bit of glue on the back of here, and we'll just slot that one behind there, put him back in place. That looks good to me. And then we'll pop this one, is gonna go, just remind myself that was going to go there, and then this one, oh come on glue, just going to sit pretty much there, wasn't it? Yes, that's nice. So they're just kind of cascading down almost. So then we can have this guy popped up, so I need a bit of my foam tape. I'm glad to see that you're all still here, you're all still with me, so we've not lost feed just yet. Oh, that was me. Was that me speaking too soon? No, we are still here, that's good. So we'll just chop down a little bit of my foam tape here. Sounds like Ant is back from his super long walk, bless him. Hopefully he's all right. I'm not too tired. Right, so let's get this one popped down. Just going to pop that in the corner, just there. Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to pop this in front, so we don't need any tape on that bit, but we'll need it from the little orange segment. So I'm going to use my shaker tape for this because this is a nice width. Hello, Crafty DeRouche, Kathy DeRouche. I thought you said crafty. You're saying it's adorable. Well, thank you very much. I need a little bit more on the end of there. Didn't quite get it long enough. And then we'll pop a little bit of glue on the lime. And then this is going to give us a nice little bit of dimension at the front here. So just pop that along there. Oh, how cute is that? I love it. And they're just like sitting nicely in the back. And then we'll have a little bit more tape for the sentiment that we're going to pop on here. So let's grab this and pop that just there. Oh, how cute! Love it. And then the final little thing that I'm going to do here, because this is going to just finish off our sentiment here, is I'm going to add some highlights. Oh, a little each. Hither and thither, as they say. And I think this just helps to bring this this green to life a little bit. Look how cute that looks. So I'm just doing a series of like little lines and followed by a few dots just where it curves a little bit or where there's a straight line, and I'm just varying whether I do the stripe first or I do the dots first, and I'm really just doing it wherever takes my fancy, really. There doesn't have to be any rules as such. Just do what you think looks cute, and like I say, do as much as you feel you want to. I'm you know, very much just go for it if you like it. And I think that really helps make that pop. I'm so glad that didn't cut out when I was doing that, because I was a bit worried that it might do. And then the final touch for this, I think, is going to be adding a few little of our clear bubbles. So we've got some of these here, and these are adorable for this kind of thing because I think they add like a little feeling of like little water droplets, which, you know, when you're thinking about kind of cold drinks and that sort of thing, I think a little water droplet just puts you in mind of having a little cocktail or a cold drink on a hot summer's day. I think this is where the little bits of the little water droplets just bring that to mind. Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. But I do think they add something. I couldn't pick that one up for some reason, and I'm just popping that one there. And I'm trying to do that combination of where you do things in threes. So while this is actually not an odd number that I've used, I have done it in two lots of three. So I've got a 3 there and a 3 here, and I've also kind of been not taught, but I've seen people working to the principle of your bubbles or your enamel dots or your sequins or your little embellishments should lead you through the story of your card. So this is kind of leading us through our story here, which I think is, again, works really, really well. So I think that's our card complete. I think we made it without too much of a well, I say without too much. We had to stop maybe half a dozen times. That's not ideal, is it? But it is such a cute card, and I'm so glad that I managed to get to finish it. And I think if I'd done this one on air, I wouldn't have done it nearly as well, because I wouldn't have been able to spend the time going through all the different options of the sentiment with you guys. So thank you so much for helping me with this. Thank you for bearing with me through our technical difficulties. Goodness, I hope the next time that we hear that is all over with, because my new battery should have come, and yeah, fingers crossed we don't have any more issues. As I said before, I won't be here next week because we will be at Crafting Live in Doncaster. If you're in the South Yorkshire area, I would love to see you. Please come and see us. We are on stand E09. You won't be able to miss us. We'll be all Time for Tea branded up, and I can't wait to see you all there. So for this Friday evening, while I've still got visual, I'm going to say good night to you all. I'm going to go and find out what's gone on with the car. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Thank you guys. Bye.